This kid is 16 years old, came up off of rapping from his phone, got a feature and co-sign from Doo-Wop Kane, hates taking tests, and cannot stop blowing up on Twitter. What's crazy is, just a couple months ago, he was practically unknown, even in the underground, and now every song he drops hits 10K in less than a day. And I'm talking about Nettspend. He's got features with everyone in the underground right now: Yabo JJ, Dosser, David Shoddy, Youngster Jack, and more, and is friends with Yabo JJ and Xavier, and many others in the scene. He's pretty tapped in. The craziest part is he's only 16. Actually, the craziest part is he's made most of his songs off of his phone on an app called BandLab. So in this video, I'm going to share how I got into his music, what I think of it, and where I see him going. And of course, who he is. So Nettspend is a 16-year-old artist from Virginia, and from what it looks like, he's been making music since he was 15. And if you didn't know, Nettspend is a debit card, so make your assumptions with that information, if you will. He recently did a street interview where he spoke about how he got into music, and he's been tapped in since he was like 3 feet tall.
So when did you start listening to the type of music that you're making now, like the underground rap?
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like first grade, like type.
First grade?
Yeah, like I was listening to Uzi in first grade. I swear to God.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, first grade is wild. When I was in first grade, I was listening to Indian music my parents were playing at home. I first found Nettspend through the song What They Say. That song is honestly one of his best songs. It's super addicting. Definitely recommend you check it out. But I didn't really become a fan till I heard Just the Teen with Yabo JJ, which is also really hard. He has a lot of music videos too, but some are deleted. The most famous being Funny Ya, the song that blew him up, which you can find on his Instagram, but got taken down on YouTube. He has tons of videos and snippets. He's definitely not afraid of putting himself out there. Some pretty crazy bars for a 16-year-old. And since he's friends with Xavier So Based, a lot of people 1C, the group Xavier's in, as well as Yabo JJ, he's part of that wave bringing Jerk back. There's just a ton of hype around him, more than I've seen in a while. To give you an example, here's what Hyperpop Daily had to say about him. Nettspend is a kind of like weird case study of what happens when a kid who grew up on Osquin and Nova Gang music, who probably would call them his OGs in a good way because he is the GOAT, picks up BandLab. Ever since 2020, people have written off this side of the internet rap, but he keeps producing moments like the one Nett is having. I don't think God himself was prepared for this quirked up white boy to enlighten the mic like he did on this song. I haven't heard someone rap like the rent was due since Soulja Boy on Whippin' My Wrist. I totally agree with what Hyperpop Daily said, by the way. Great analysis. So let's talk about his music a bit more. He works with a lot of producers in 1C and Nova Gang, and is affiliated with both those groups. He's got some music with Casper Jem, who's a part of Nova Gang, and a bunch of people from 1C. Recently, he just opened up for Baby Goyard.
Nettspend, I need y'all to clear the stage. Clear the stage.
And did a show in New York. He also linked up with DJ Fat and Xavier So Based and a bunch of other people he makes music with while he was there. And the crowd was going crazy at his first show. So how did he go from 1,000 followers to all this madness in a couple months? Well, he was consistently putting out music that was doing decent numbers on SoundCloud, nothing crazy. Then right around the beginning of August or the end of June, I forget, people randomly started hating on him on Twitter, calling his music trash after reacting to the snippet for his song Funny Ya. It was so random too, I don't even remember how that Twitter user found his music. Anyways, he started getting hated on Twitter, and people started pulling up all his snippets, just saying anything about them. But it did wonders for his numbers, and he definitely gained a ton of fans from all of it. Because when he dropped the snippet that he was originally getting hated on for, it did like 10K in a day on SoundCloud, with him just having 1,000 followers on the platform, which I've only seen people like Hard Rock do back when he was mad small. But anyways, let's look at what all you guys had to say about him. I f with him, he has hella potential. Love his beat selection. He's still finding his sound. Okay, so this is something I've been seeing quite a bit, his potential, which I agree with. He has mad potential. Even excluding his age, the sound he's got has just started to get hot. And if he keeps dropping music that's the same quality as he is right now, he's definitely got a bright future. He's pretty good for being a BandLab rapper. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's the best BandLab rapper ever, at least on SoundCloud. I know some rappers have used BandLab as a joke or gimmick or just try it out, but who's actually came up off BandLab? I don't think there's been anyone. Usually when people send me music and it's on BandLab, it's dog shit. So he's definitely an anomaly. He's been getting so much attention in the underground for a good reason. His snippets are so addicting and he has a very unique sound. So crazy how he's built such a cult fan base at 16. He seems like a smart kid and does a good job marketing his music. A lot of artists are trying to blow up from promo, but it just makes their whole image look fake. Nett's growth is so organic. All he has to do is drop a hard snippet that fades out every 2 seconds and people with it. Yeah, so he definitely does a great job marketing his music. He's constantly putting out snippets and applying pressure. A lot of rappers will get a little hype and think they're Cardi, unfollow everyone and go ghost, or they'll just stop flooding or even putting out music consistently, which is the bare minimum. They'll post one snippet and wait a month to drop it. Net drops every business day. And finally, what this guy said, his growth is organic, which definitely separates him from a lot of these other rappers. That's what a lot of people don't like about Osama's son, because they feel like everyone just wants him to be the next underground, fill in the blank, whoever, Summers, this, that, etc. Nettspend just came up because people were messing with him. His music is different, but it's not so different that it's not very good, and it's just enough to where he can differentiate himself, which is a good balance. And why his stuff is so easy to market and have the potential it does. Okay, so remember when I said he posted a snippet, it got hated on Twitter and then did 10K in its first day? Well, that happened again, except it blew up way more. He got way more hate, and he got so much exposure and promo that the snippet on Twitter received 10 million views, and the song did 50,000 plays on SoundCloud in a day after being posted. To put it into perspective, Lil Tracy, a much larger rapper who's also from Virginia by the way, his latest song did 50K on SoundCloud in a week. Tracy has 1 million followers, Nettspend has 15K, so Net's engagement right now is through the roof. But people on Twitter were not the kindest, so let's take a look at what they had to say. This kid looks like a dweeb. Why he moving like he's special needs? If he don't defrost that f***ing chicken and do that Algebra 2 homework like his mom told him to. So everyone on Twitter is just hating, kind of similar to what happened to Xavier So Based with Patchmade, but on a smaller scale. Net's just blowing up much more. And what they're referring to is the way he dances, which is kind of like his signature style. You can see it during this one live performance he recorded. So that's all I really got to say about him. Let's take a look at some of his music. His first song on SoundCloud officially says it was posted 8 months ago, but if I remember correctly, he had some stuff that went a little further. Pretty sure he just took it down. He deletes a lot of his music. And according to Genius, he's been making music since 5th grade. I'm not sure if that's true. The first song you should check out is What They Say. The song's like a jerk song and is criminally short, but it's catchy as f. Then I recommend you check out Just a Teen featuring Yapo JJ, another jerk-ish song that actually samples a Kid Ink song called Be Real. Net and Yapo go crazy on this song. The next song I recommend you check out is Section. The beat is kind of eerie and it's got a cool bounce. The song itself just got a nice vibe and Net's flow is amazing on this. The next 3 songs I recommend you check out are You Told Us Quit, and now deleted song Out the Whip with Casper Jem off his first tape Kick Door. He deleted 6 songs off that tape by the way. He dropped another tape Kick Door ++++, just guessing that means deluxe or something. And there's this one song Made It Home that goes crazy. It's super catchy and less than a minute long too, just like a lot of his early songs. Then check out Funny This was the original snippet that blew up. It's produced by Zoot, who's kind of like Net's main producer besides from We Gon' Be Okay. They're a pretty crazy duo. And since Funny he's been on a pretty crazy run. I swear he hasn't missed on a single song. On Shine in Peace, he's rapping like the Rents do. He's got a song with Doo-Up Kane. All his songs with Zoot smack. He finally dropped a collab with Xavier, all leading up to that one song that got 50K plays in a single day. And he's definitely one of my most listened to artists in the past couple of months. So that's all I gotta say. I made a playlist with all the songs of his I have that are in my likes. I'll put it in the description and pinned in the comments. And before I end this video, I just want to say this guy's got a lot of music videos and a lot of snippets. So if you're an artist, take some notes on how to promote yourself and market your music. You might not have the quote-unquote it factor Nettspend has, but he didn't just come out of nowhere and get blessed. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.